Welcome to Married AF. We are your hosts, Brooke and Randall Fowler. On this show, we discuss the topics that really matter.
Like big veiny cocks and our favorite TV shows.
So pull up a chair at our kitchen table and hang out.
While I bulldog my nuts.
Uncle Randy low-key got down.
Okay.
How much does that turn you?
Settle down. Yeah.
You love some Uncle Randy.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I love you.
Yeah, Uncle Randy makes you violently angry.
Mostly because you wear sunglasses inside all the time and at night, and I want to strike you.
You're welcome. You got us going?
Yes, sir.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, shit, we're live.
Everywhere.
Everywhere, goddamn. I don't know what we're doing. Don't know this episode number. It's in the 90s. 91? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty damn awesome.
Yep.
I don't know why I love that one so much, but I do, goddamn.
Stop it.
I got a few housekeeping items here to discuss. First and foremost, had a couple of announcements today on the Civilized Creatures Network. Two new huge announcements. We got the Untrained Eye.
So 2 new shows have joined the Civilized Creatures already kick-ass lineup.
Absolutely. And we could not be more thrilled. I still can't believe that they're willing to hang out with us. They shouldn't, but I'm glad that they are.
Well, don't say that.
It's fine. They're fucked now. Now they look like pricks if they back out of it, so they know.
Yeah. So first we have the Untrained Eye with DJ and Beth. They're great. Fucking love them. And welcome to my show with Michelle.
Yeah, and we've, just so you know, everyone here has heard us talk about both of these shows before they join the network.
Yep.
These aren't like
Out of the blue.
now we like them because they've joined. That's bullshit. We've been fans for a while. Still pretty shocked that they're willing to be down with us. So, yeah, we're going to do hopefully an announcement soon on the Creatures page. We'll have them on and do a quick introduction, say hello to everybody. Mm-hmm. And a lot of cool shit to possibly do in the future, goddamn.
Yeah, so shout out quickly to the other shows on our Civilized Creatures Network. We got Drinks with Larry.
Yep, with John Buchanan now.
John Buchanan is now part of that crew. And we've got Conversation X, What's in Your Hometown,
Yep,
8-Bit Close Fist. And who are the last 2,
we
baby?
got Picks and Bones, my man Eric, goddamn.
Yep.
And Bearded Dad.
Yep.
And are we leaving one out, or is that everybody?
That's it.
Beautiful. Well, that's it.
And so now Untrained Eye and Welcome to My Show. May add them to the list on here.
Yeah, so we're full, goddamn. We're not interested. Everybody can quit blasting us, all right? We're full for a while. We like this. We don't want to get over saturated. And we got so much cool shit with the versatility of shows now that we can do. So I'm going to pour us a nasty-ass shot. And I decided to name this the Garbage Kitchen in honor of Michelle joining and her show. If y'all don't know what that is, check out her show and you'll know.
Her show, Welcome to My Show.
Yep, and the Garbage Kitchen, you'll figure it out once you start listening.
Yeah, and apparently I'm going to be...
Hopefully.
On a Garbage Kitchen thing
soon. If that
sounds fun.
comes to fruition, how...
would we get to do it like in the kitchen?
I don't know. That's up to Michelle. She's the mastermind behind it, but we're thinking we could maybe convert that into some kind of a video show that... Mm-hmm. You know, she's so funny. She'll figure out how she likes it.
Yep.
But cheers to
cheers.
the Untrained Eye and to Welcome to My Show, goddamn.
Yeah.
That's a good shot, goddamn. Doesn't bother me a bit, son.
It scares me because it's clear.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm like, oh, Jesus. Yeah. What is this?
That's the Ric Flair for you. A couple of other announcements, goddamn. I'm going to say that all night.
Stop it. I quit.
New sponsor here, Get Whax. This is the Cadillac of your personal lubricants, all right? Very fancy. Out of New York. Water-based. Lube up your balls, butthole, whatever you want.
All the parts.
It is good for sex with a partner or by yourself.
What's the difference between the one in the black bottle and the one in the white bottle?
I think the black bottle is if you want to look fancier, like on your nightstand. Maybe it's lotion.
What?
Show it on your camera. See, you got the...
It's sleek and looks pretty awesome.
Yeah.
We will give it a try tonight, I'm sure.
Yeah. You do not have to have a partner for usage.
I do like the way the bottle looks, though. It looks nice.
Yeah, they're definitely more sleeker. We're waiting on our promo code for them. It should be any day, but and we'll give you feedback as soon as.
But yeah, you can also go check it out at getwax.com.
Yeah.
Give them a look-see, and then our other new sponsor is Vital Tattoo Care. I think we talked about it for a second with. It was a couple episodes ago when we were announcing the under zips and effing gear, which here's my hat it's actually me and Randall share this hat, but I had to change the size of it for it to fit my head good. Yeah, it was like a couple weeks ago when we were talking about the under zips and effing gear. We mentioned Vital Tattoo Care, but we just got our samples today and put them in the fridge because it gets melty in the summer getting shipped here. So
a little card. I'll read the promo for you.
So we put it in the fridge. We can't wait to use it. And you can also get 10% off with our code MarriedAF10 at Get Vital. Wait, it's not Get. It's just VitalTattooCare.com. Yep. My bad.
There's no lanolin, alcohol, parabens, mineral oil, synthetic fragrances, wheat grain, gluten, or dyes in this shit. They're made to order, so your shit's never going to be on a shelf waiting. It's going to be made as soon as you order it and shipped directly to you. Putting it in the fridge does help preserve it. I'm going to put some on tonight after masturbation, and I'm going to see how it does with my tattoos. I will let you all know as soon as I get a review, but I expect it to be glorious, goddamn. Mm-hmm. And so pay...
Yeah, and AJ is who sent it. She's very nice.
Yeah, we...
Thanks, AJ.
She's the shiz tits.
It's funny that we got both of the wax and the Vital Tattoo Cream today.
Yeah, they knew it was masturbation night. Clearly.
Oh, it is. So I'm just going to bed. Cool.
Well, goddamn.
Sounds good.
You don't have to. You can watch. So what? You talked about the effing gear, right? Did you give our promo codes on that?
I did not. I can. effinggear.com. MarriedAF is the promo code, and you'll get 10% off. You can get a sweet hat like I have or other stuff. I also got a sticker for the back of my computer. But it's awesome.
Their stuff is awesome.
They got shirts and hats.
All kind of cool shit. Under zips, of course. Michael and Oliver, love those guys. They are the reason you support small business in America. Goddamn. They give $1 off every pair of draws that you buy goes to Folds of Honor charity, which helps provide scholarships to the children or spouses of our fallen heroes. So you can't beat that. Those guys are great. And underwear are the shit. I've worn mine as soon as they were clean every day since I got them. And little pockets are cool, but doesn't even matter. They're still comfortable as shit. They got the nice ball bag satchel in the front. Very comfortable.
Yeah, the material feels like, not like bathing suit material, but like that like thin, stretchy, like you can tell it's like that, almost like that Under Armour stuff, that cooling, wicking stuff.
Oh, for sure. I have to take those off.
Thank you, because yeah. But yeah, they feel like they would be super comfortable. They don't make any for ladies yet.
No,
as far
not
as
yet.
I know.
I think that they're gonna, they want to sell some of these. It's just two guys. They're brand new. I mean, they started out, and I sought them out just because of the cool ass idea and the story behind the company. The fact they said yes is surprising, but I really wish, if anybody was gonna do anything, guys, if you need a pair of draws, just try a pair of under zips before you go and spend your $25 or $30 on another brand. Try one pair of under zips. Do Uncle Randy a favor and try them. You can use our promo code, or you don't have to. It's Randy. Isn't it Uncle Randy?
It's Randy.
Randy. save the 10%, but even if you don't want to do that, I just want you to buy them. So
yes, code Randy at underzips.com will get you 10% off. And yeah, and then Married AF for effing gear, which is for effing gear, it's EFFINGGEAR.
Yeah, and last night I did a show with Joe B. I saw he's in the chat from Any Podcast Will Do. Me and him did a little 30-minute MMA show. It was awesome. I don't know when he's going to put up the audio. I'm sure soon. But check it out. I had a blast doing that. He's the only guy I know that'll go toe-to-toe with me and talk MMA and not get bored out of their mind. I love it. All right, a quick announcement on Podcast of the Roundtable. We are having the semifinal on August 29th, Thursday, August 29th at 9 o'clock. We have procured a judge. It is, if any of you are familiar with the Drinking Bros podcast, it's an awesome podcast. Dan Holloway is one of the hosts. He is a champion, and I love the guy. He's fucking hilarious. He's a great podcaster. They've got a pretty huge following, but he's just a cool-ass dude. So get to know him. He's going to be the judge. He's happy to do it. And that will be who is deciding our first finalist between Jody B., Dave, who's in the chat. Hello, Dave. Good luck to you, sir. And Chris Wudsky and my lady.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dave. Don't think
Sugar
I didn't
tits.
catch your shade in the chat the other day, though, where you said you look forward to coming in third.
Oh, I saw that, Dave. That was a mistake.
I saw that.
I saw that too. I was like, I hope Brooke doesn't see that. I'm not going to say anything about it.
I did.
I hope she glosses over it.
I started typing a few things, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna. I know.
Guys are underestimating the female because you're all sexist. Clearly, you all hate women.
And I was just gonna jab back a little bit, but then I was like, no, I love Dave, but I'm coming for you, sir.
I think it's going to be a great battle. I can't wait to see who comes out of that, and I'm so glad it's out of my hands. I have nothing to do with it. Questions are going to be good. I'm not going to tell you shit about what they might be, so prepare yourselves. And,
it's a bunch of rascals in this semifinal, so it could be anything.
I don't know if y'all saw Jody B's tweet today with his Stone Cold impression, but it was fucking spot on. And he said that Stone Cold is coming on the podcast, so I don't know if he's coming in as Stone Cold, but his impression is spot on.
Wait, that video you were watching earlier was Jody?
Yes. It's incredible.
What?
The dude can do so many voices. He's a talented fucker.
No, I was just like in the room doing shit, and I heard you listening to a video about like somebody drinking beer.
Hey, Ariana. Sorry, go ahead, babe.
Were you listening to me?
Yes, I'm listening to you.
So the one where it was Stone Cold sounded like he was saying, let me see how he drinks beer.
No, that was Stone Cold. That was two different things. But if you watch Jody's,
then I didn't hear Jody's.
It's perfect. So I don't know if he's coming like that, but we'll see. We got...
That'll be entertaining.
Look at old Aaron here. Aaron, you back from vacation, sir? Aaron from Drinks with Larry, the powerful AA Ron.
He was in Mexico petting sharks and shit.
Crazy bastard was swimming with sharks.
It was a nurse shark, baby. It's
matters not to me, but I know you would probably love that.
I would be all over it. You'd be on the beach like, hey, babe. Taking pictures.
Now, and I want to get this question out of the way because I got it like 50 times today because we opened it up for questions for this episode. Everybody asking about either Uncle Randy's thoughts on the politics behind mass shootings or mine and Brooke's opinions on it. And I've told you guys before, I'm going to say it again. Old Randy would dive right into this and upset half of my friends. I'm not going to do it anymore. I learned my lesson. I don't want to hurt the people that I love. I don't want to be rude.
And I don't want to talk about that kind of shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not, and honestly...
not disrespecting anything. I don't want to get into that kind of thing. There's plenty of other people that are more qualified, and it's being talked about ad nauseum. It's awful, and it sucks, and...
Yeah, the only thing that I'll say is that it's terrible. I feel terrible for the people, the victims' families, and all that. and there's room for a discussion. That's all I can say. I hope that something can be done and some things can get squared away. But as far as the politics of it, I'm out of that shit, man. Old Randy'd be all over it. Half of you would hate me. Yeah. Never going to do that now. Learn my lesson, goddamn. That's one thing Uncle Randy preaches. You learn your lessons, goddamn.
Okay.
Hey, goddamn. Can you tell how much she's over Uncle Randy? Gets worse every day.
I'm like, tone it the fuck down now.
When I start getting all over Gunner like that, and then he gets all over Brooke as Uncle Randy, y'all saw the picture, right, of him as Uncle Randy? He's a solid Uncle Randy.
Oh, he is a genuine rascal. He's all about, I mean, he couldn't wait to get a chain just like Daddy. And what's funny is that, like, with the medallion and stuff, and we had his little star made for him basically the day after you made your Uncle Randy one, but we didn't have enough of I didn't think we had enough of
the real diamonds.
Well, it took a couple days to get like the letters right. Yeah, the real diamonds is what Gunner said. Mm-hmm. So Randall ended up getting him the right letters and stuff, and then I couldn't find enough of the little connector things to actually hook it onto his chain, and he just had like one of them that hooked on, and so Gunner kept telling me that there was another one, and I'm like, baby, Daddy has to go back to the store. I don't know. And then the other day he just pulled it out of like some box he had downstairs. He's like, I told you, Mommy. So then it was on, and we had to take pictures of both of the Uncle Randy's. Yeah.
Aaron had a great question here. I want to get to that. I will let you answer first. What's the craziest animal you've ever seen in person?
Craziest animal I've ever seen in person?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've been to a shitload of zoos and aquariums, and so
I'm going to add a caveat. In the wild.
Oh, in the wild. Yeah. I mean, the fucking possums that used to fight on the top of the power lines by my house in Louisiana, those things are scary.
What about those fucking possums that we saw at Breckenridge in the sewer that night?
Oh,
that,
my God.
Hissed at us when we were walking to go
remember there was
some dinner?
Yeah, there was one in our driveway at our old house, remember? That like hissed at us?
Yeah, but that one, those ones at Breckenridge were like, bitch, this is our turf.
Oh, yeah. I've also seen, like in the wild, I mean, when I lived in Louisiana, those big-ass nutri-rats.
Never seen one of those. I would cry like a little girl.
They can be pretty horrifying. Yeah, they get pretty giant. But I mean, in Mexico, I saw an iguana just walking around, which is crazy because those are like pets, you know?
Oh, for sure.
But then to see one just like hanging out in a tree at the pool, but I don't know.
Ariana's got a great question. Mm-hmm. We'll go with the crazy possums. Those bitches, I still dream about those.
Those things are horrifying. They're so cute until they open their mouth.
They open their mouths, it's a nightmare.
And it's like it looks like they almost have like 6 rows of teeth, and they look like the Predator.
They are the Predator. It's exactly right. Hey, what's up, Ben? Ariana, forgot to ask earlier, what were your worst jobs and what are your dream jobs? And she says, you're my favorite, Scott. You're our favorite, first off.
Oh.
And I'll go first on this one. Mm-hmm. My worst job, yeah, I'd say it was Pizza Hut. I was a dishwasher boy, and I was garbage at it. I never washed anything. I'm going to be honest. I hope I don't get sued, but it was back in the day in the late 90s. Do y'all remember the Bigfoot pizzas from Pizza Hut?
Yeah. Kind of like Little Caesars has one now.
Yeah, they were humongous.
They're like 5 feet long or something.
They would bring them back to me hot after they cooked them. And I'd pick them up with the hot tongs and put them right back on the rack. And everyone would burn their hands immediately when they grabbed them.
Remember like the little pan it comes out of the oven with?
Yeah, the huge, but that'd be the sheet pan. They would think I'd washed them and they cooled. I'd put them straight out of the oven. When they give them to me, they're still 400 degrees. They would drop them, walk off. I'd be like, okay, good. They're right back. Because it's not dirty, you know. They're
putting, oh, baby. No.
But it's scalding hot.
No.
And I'd be like, I don't know. The temperature's off on the dishwasher, guys.
No, you're supposed to wash it, babe.
What was your worst job?
I was not a big fan of waiting tables. I hated that fucking job. I mean, it was like I liked it at times because of the money. It was quick cash, you know, and some of the people were cool. And don't get me wrong, I love the food at Rafferty's because that's where I waited tables at, and
food is delicious.
It's just not the job for me. I just hated every second of the actual waiting tables job, which is funny because like my first job was bagging groceries and then quickly a cashier at a Kroger in Texas, in Plano, Texas. But then also got a job at a vet clinic right next to the Kroger, like working in the kennel, cleaning out cages, scooping shit like that way more than waiting tables. Like I would rather clean up dog shit than wait tables.
Oh, believe me, as your husband who loves you very much, I would picture you as the world's worst waitress. Not as a person, but
No.
because you can't fake it. And if you can't fake it as a waiter or waitress, you're not very good. You know, it's kind of the requirement is to be able to put that fake bubbly.
Oh yeah.
I would just see you like, you know what, bitch, shut up.
I was just straight to like, hey, my name's Brooke. What do you want to drink?
You're drinking too many drinks. I'm going to tell you right now.
You're
asking too much.
Or I would just bring like, if I was able to tell after bringing them their first like fucking Diet Coke or sweet tea that they were just one of those people, I would just bring them like 3 the next time and be like, here you go. And like it was like Rafferty's is one of those restaurants where like the really like good waiters are like sitting at your table with you and like chatting you up while they're taking your order, and that just was not me at all. And like I'm trying to just do my job and get the fuck out of here with, you know, the minimum. I mean, just with money. Like, and I just like, oh, if you do all that, you make more money. I'm like, do you though? I don't know.
Let me tell you this. I was a waiter for a week at Court Street Cafe in Florence, Alabama when I was in college at the University of North Alabama. And I had been a chicken tender fryer first, which was actually a great job. I loved it. All I did was fucking dip the tenders, fry them up. Mm-hmm. Life was good. It was a part-time job. Decided I was going to try to be a waiter and make some pretty good money like a lot of my buddies did that were really good at it. And I was about 4 days in, and we had the music fest for the week. I forget the name of it. It's like a jazz fest in Florence. And I was waiting tables, and the girls, of course, you know, I was friends with all the girl waitresses because Uncle Randy's like that, goddamn.
Yes,
and
keep going.
So they come over to me late before he closed. They're like, this old creepy guy's at the bar and his balls are hanging out.
Oh, no.
And he knows his nuts are out. They're like hanging out the side of his shorts. He was like 70 and just letting his ball bag hang out just to be gross to the waitresses. He knew it and they knew it. But nobody would see. Remember, this is late 90s, so.
That was his move? Like,
yeah, he was just being creepy.
It's like the most unattractive thing on a guy that's young, and then pick an old guy. It's
penises are gross.
Balls are grosser though.
Everything's gross down there for guys. It's not attractive. It's not something that anyone wants to like, admire.
But what does he expect? Like, oh, can I put those in my mouth?
I don't know. Some guys think it's like tits, and it's not. Tits are beautiful. Everyone will tell you.
No one wants to see.
Boobs are beautiful to everybody.
No one wants to see your groin cleavage,
or to see your bumpy balls, or your old weathered beanbag. So anyway, nobody would say anything to him. The girls were super uncomfortable, and I was like, fuck it, I'll say something to him. And I walked up, and, you know, as tough as Uncle Randy is, I got closer. My nerve was, because he was like the age of my grandpa. I was like, but he knows. So I walked up, and I just dove in, and I was like, sir, your balls are hanging out. I'm going to have to ask you to leave. And he got pissed, told my manager. My manager, of course, talked to me and was like, you're going back to frying tenders. I was like, that's probably best. Yeah,
but what? So it was okay for him to just have his balls out?
No, of course not. But
then why the fuck? It shouldn't have been your responsibility anyways. It should have been the manager.
This was a different time.
What fucking restaurant was this?
Court Street Cafe. Best chicken tenders in Florence.
All right, Court Street Cafe. Get your shit together.
But yeah, I got put back on the tender line.
Not allowed to have your balls out at the bar.
No.
Fuck's sake.
All right, Dave has an interesting question.
Uh-huh.
If you had to swap co-hosts for a month with another show, who would you choose? That's interesting. I'll let you go first.
I think if we swapped with like HT Nos, that'd be fun, and then have like me and Duchess have a show, and then you and Wutsky. Or vice versa. You and Duchess do a show, and me and Wutsky.
Yeah, see, I was going to go, and that one fits perfectly. Absolutely. They're like fat.
Or shit happens when you party naked.
Or them could do that totally.
Flippy floppy, both ways though. But you go.
100%. But I'm trying to think back. Who's been my favorite? Who do you think's been my favorite guest? You've been with me on all of our shows.
Richard Tillman.
Richard Tillman is a great guest. I would go to the ends of the earth for that man.
I know. Oh, you know what though? I'd want to, if I could do another show for a month, like have another co-host, I'd just want to go straight true crime.
So who would you? What, Jamie? Murderish or something?
Yeah, but she does a solo show, or like Julia and Sam.
I want to see that. Julia, Sam, where the fuck are you at? Where is the Brooke episode?
They're still trying to. They just finished doing the bar. And
that's true.
They got lots of shit going on. I'm not going to stress them out.
Yeah, I'll tell you though, if I could do a show, I don't know if I could do it for a month, Dave, but let me pitch you on this. I would enjoy a show that is Uncle Randy, Tractor Larry, and Skullfucker. I'll probably be worn out after one or two episodes, but I'm down to do one.
That would be awesome.
And I think it would be fucking glorious. That's on you, Dave, if you're ever interested in that.
That's perfect, because you have said before that when Shane was on Dave's show and it was like Skullfucker and Tractor Larry, like it just brought it to a whole new level and was so good. So and then you said you've said that you wanted Uncle Randy and Tractor Larry to do a show. Mm-hmm. So I think that's brilliant.
And Joby had a good question. Would you rather have an unpickable wedgie or an unpickable booger? I'll answer that first, goddamn, because that's easy. I'd rather have the unpickable wedgie. Mm-hmm. An unpickable booger is not acceptable in Uncle Randy's world. There is not one. I've blown my brains out before. I will snot rocket right now and blow everything I have. I've broke my own nose nearly, blowing my nose.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I can't, it's unbearable for me to have something like bothering me in my nose.
Hey, what do you guys think? I want to hear from y'all too that are in here. Unpickable booger or wedgie? That's a fantastic question. By the way, that you never think about.
No, it
powerful, Joe B.
I know we got a question on Facebook from Michelle. Did we get questions? Somebody.
Yeah, I've got the list of questions.
Oh, you do? Okay, yeah. You got the one. I think there's ones from Instagram too.
Yeah. All right. This one though is funny. This is for both of us. What's the worst thing that you can do to an ex-girlfriend after you've ended the relationship?
Post nudes of her online.
Ooh, that's
terrible.
See, everybody's coming through saying the booger is the worst.
I know.
Yeah. No, I agree. Posting nudes or sharing personal information, that's terrible. For me, like if I'm giving real advice, not just being funny, because these are one of the young guys that listen to Uncle Randy, I'd say, look, the worst thing you can do is hold a girl hostage, or vice versa. When you're done with somebody, when you keep giving them hope, that's the worst thing you can do to somebody.
Okay,
Cut
I
it
see.
the fuck loose. If we're fucking around and shit, absolutely. Nudes, telling sex stories, those are still bad. But
yes, I thought you meant like, okay, yeah, keeping a girl on the hook. Like,
or a guy. It can go either way.
Right. Like if you break up with them, like make sure you break up with them. Like don't keep the door open a little bit, because if you do that to a girl, then they're like, oh, he still wants to be with me, but you really don't. And you're just fucking with her head at that point. And that right there is what makes girls seem crazy. When you guys say girls are crazy, it's usually a two-way street there. Like
you're
it's
100% right about that.
Yeah.
Usually there's a piece of that the dude brings on himself by keeping some daylight open. So if you're done, slam that fucking door. This is from experience, like life experience.
Yes.
Learning the hard way. If I could tell you something, young man, when you're done, slam the fucking door, let everybody heal and move the fuck on.
I mean, it's, whoops. If you're done, move on. Don't try and keep her on the back burner just in case, because that's not good for either one of you. So just move it along.
Joe B said, drunk dialer and explain why you cheated.
No, that's a good thing. No, it's not. It's not. It's terrible. Just, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
All right, here's another young man. I'm telling you, Uncle Randy attracts the young guys. They need to know. Dads, do a better job talking to your kids about sex, for one thing. Goddamn. What can I do to get more girls in high school?
Oh, that's for you, baby. I mean, I was a girl in high school, but...
Looking back on it now, let me tell you some differentiators, all right, that can set you apart. Your grooming, all right? When you're in high school as a young man, you're going through a lot of changes. You're a nasty bastard, okay? It's the truth. You're gross.
Yes.
You got hair everywhere. Start grooming that shit early. Line up your facial hair. Line up the old pube bush. Keep it mowed, fresh. You don't go clean when you're that young. You look ridiculous.
No, yeah. You'll look like
But
you just
keep
haven't
it
grown them
trimmed.
yet.
Yes, keep it trimmed, nice and tidy. You know what I'm saying? Do that. Don't be a complainer. Everyone hates complainers. Don't complain about your parents. Don't complain about your bullshit.
Don't just whine about shit and act like you're the victim and that nothing is your fault. And yeah, that's a great point. And manners, politeness, and treat your mama nice.
Oh, great answers, 100%. And the manners thing is so far out the door now that you will be a white knight in no time. Hold the door for somebody. Holy shit.
And call her when
As
you're
a
when
young
you're in
one?
high school. If you actually are like pick up like dial the number to call her and tell her you're coming over, it might freak her out at first, but it'll set you apart from other guys.
Well, that's a great question that's coming up next. So I want to dive into that piece because they were asking, what do you think about playing hard to get? And that's the question.
I mean,
that's usually something you do when you're young, right? Like,
I think it's something that you do when you're younger because you don't know necessarily what you want for sure. When you get to be in your 30s, you gotta squash that shit and just be direct. But when you're younger, I mean, it is what it is. I don't know. It depends on what exactly you're talking about when you say I'm playing games. Like, don't lead anybody on and try and fuck with anybody's emotions and make them think that you like them when you really don't and that kind of thing. But if you're just,
yeah, you got to know that. I mean, nowadays is so different than when we were young because you got way too much shit to worry about now with all your, you just need to be focusing on
paper trail for everything.
The consent, keeping your dick pics in your mind and not in your phone, and definitely not sent to other girls.
No.
Don't have asking them for tit pics. None of that. You need to worry about that. The rest of the shit is secondary.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't add any other pressure of like playing hard to get or anything. Just be yourself, goddamn.
Yeah.
You're going to find the right one. You're going to fuck around with all kind of people in high school. It's not going to matter. High school is not the fucking end-all, be-all that you think it is. I know it feels like it, but it's not.
Yeah, don't get too stressed out about finding like the perfect girl or the perfect guy in high school because you shouldn't be looking for your forever person necessarily in high school anyways. It happens, but very rarely does it last forever. And it's more like learning, and just make sure you don't do anything like you just stay true to yourself and don't do anything that you would be ashamed of or that will come back to haunt you or that you'll regret, So
that means keep it all out of your phone, goddamn, because that's forever. Everything you put in that device, just so you're ready and prepared, is going to stay there forever, goddamn.
And
So
just
think about that.
Don't be a shitty person.
I wouldn't have one. I'm just telling you kids, you young guys, I'd be like, Mom, Dad, send that shit back. I'm cool. Give me a pager.
No, you wouldn't.
Old school pager. I don't want a phone.
No.
You're too on the hook. All right.
It's dangerous.
This one's for you because I'm terrible about this. And I guess they listened to the show because they were saying, Brooke and Randall, how can you get yourself to have the strength to tell people no when you mean no? So clearly they're saying they're like me and will leave the door. It's hard for them to tell people no, so I'm out.
Well, you can be like Randall and tell him that Brooke said no.
That is my go-to now. And that people accept it. It shows me that people are willing to hear no, but I'll say yes and try to make everybody happy.
The bottom line is, if you can't do it or you don't, and I'm guilty of taking on too much, like at work, for many years. And I've worked for the same company for almost 14 years and have just now within the past several years gotten to the point where I can be like, no, there's not enough room on my plate for this. I can't do it. Let's find another way, whatever. But that's a whole different brook. But like personal life stuff, I mean, if you truly can't do it or don't want to do it or just know, then don't play the, well, yeah, I think maybe, yeah, sure, because then you end up getting yourself into a pickle where you, in your head, you're like, no, we're not doing that. But with your words, you've told the person that, yes, you're doing it, and you don't even realize it. Like, you just have to think about it from that angle. Like, you're making yourself look like a shitty person when you end up backing out, or you're overloading yourself.
Dave just said I'm stone cold, and that's the bottom line. All right, Dave.
So he's coming to stone cold. But
right.
yeah, you end up fucking over yourself, and if you don't just learn to say no. And you gotta Randall's just learned the hard way.
You're damn right I have. Here's another question. Brooke and Randall, how can I know who I am and know what my passion is going to be in life?
That's like, what is the meaning of life question.
I'll start this out. First off, to know who you are, that's pretty easy for me. And this is going to be a little deep for some of you sons of bitches. So Uncle Randy's going to lay it on, goddamn. You need to pay attention, write this shit down. If you want to know who you are, the easiest way to figure that shit out is look at how you treat people, goddamn. If you treat people good, that'll be a direct reflection. That's going to be the easiest way to see who you are. Because for me especially, and this is just Uncle Randy speaking, when I want to check myself and I think about how I treated somebody, and I know immediately, if you're honest with yourself, you'll always be able to correct it. I know when I treat people bad, I feel like dog shit. And it's clear. Everyone around me knows it. Brooke knows when I've treated somebody bad because it's going to weigh on me for a while.
Yeah.
So I would say take a look at how you treat people, goddamn.
Mm-hmm. You don't need the goddamn at the end of it.
Goddamn.
I quit.
All right, so how do you know your purpose or passion?
That's a really
the ultimate
difficult
question.
That is the ultimate question.
Anybody listening know? What would you say? How does someone find their passion? Dave, Joe B.
You just got to keep trying.
Michelle, how do you know your passion?
Different shit until you find something you like, and then you're not always going to be able to do for your career what you're passionate about. But even if you aren't, you can find something that is a component of your job or your career that you are, and just kind of try and grow that into,
or a hobby.
Yeah, or a hobby. Like, I mean, we've got tons of shit that we love to do, but it's all just about trying new things. You got to be open to trying new things, and
for sure,
not stay in your comfortable box. You got to be able to, just say yes more to doing.
Yeah, and life's not going to be like Instagram and your favorite motivational quotes and chase your dream at all costs. Throw it. I mean, you can do that if you want, goddamn. But if you got kids, you got a family, or you got a spouse, and you got bills, that you can't fool yourself and think it sounds good. When everyone tells you, if it's what you want, go live in your car and do it. Mm-hmm. I can't agree with that. I mean, if you got responsibilities, you got to do that too. Ariana says trial and error, stretch your comfort zone.
Exactly.
Don't be afraid of embarrassment or mistakes. She's right, absolutely. Learn how to laugh at yourself. Huge, Ariana, if you want to be a co-host, you've already proven yourself. And would love to have you.
She's awesome. She's got the fucking, jeez Louise.
She's an old soul. Well,
but she's got the like third shift, like nursing shift a lot.
Yeah.
It's just hardcore, and you're a badass.
Dave said, try every object you can find around the house and see what fits best. There he is, ladies and gentlemen.
Perfect.
That is the man brain.
Yeah.
All right. What was one of the other questions that we had? Oh, this one that came in. Brooke and Randall, who's the funnier of you guys?
Obviously, Randall.
No, I mean, for me, my kind of funny, it would be you, so we can just exchange hand jobs here. Because I find your mean streak funny to me because it throws people off guard. And we talk about it all the time with like Larry from Drinks with Larry, our good friend, how he's terrified of you. I love that.
He's not terrible. Larry, I love you. Don't be scared.
Yeah, to me, it's hilarious, but it's, comedy is subjective, so it's up to you.
Well, that's exactly right. But I think for the masses, and obviously you're the bigger character.
Personality
between the two of us.
And body.
I'm a little bit more subtle. I mean, I'm definitely a total silly goose most 100%. Of the time, but.
Oh, you're way less serious about everything in life than me. Everything. People would be blown away. It's such a reversal.
That's so true.
Nothing bothers you. Everything bothers me. But if you look at our personas, people think the opposite.
Yes, that's exactly. You nailed it right there. Yep.
So.
But you're the face of the show, baby. You're carrying.
I'm the beard of the show is what it is. By the way, I want to make an announcement here. Some of you know I did get my first official love request, we believe.
What? Oh, yeah.
A rogue fan wrote in and basically asked me to meet up so they could murder me.
And wear your skin?
Ooh.
What?
Chris Coggins had a great question. All right, Chris, we'll answer that in just a
Coggins.
second. Yeah, they did. But yes, it was. I'm both honored and horrified.
Hey, baby, I thought it was hilarious. You were like, should I be freaked out? I'm like, no, just relax. It's funny.
No, it is funny. But Chris Coggins wants to know, Uncle Randy, how do you handle a micromanager in the workplace?
Bye.
Holy dog shit, yes.
Randall does not handle that.
I do not do well with that, Chris. You know
and
that.
Nor do I. Neither one of us
Probably
do.
my pet peeve. I think it's the number one way that people can ruin good employees is to, Michelle said, I can't wait for you to meet him, the guy that wants to wear my skin. Yep. No, Chris, I'm telling you, man, I think that's the way to run off good employees. It's the best way to make people leave and
demoralize everybody. Yeah,
demoralize your team. If it's a crew of adults, grown people, you got to treat them that way. When people don't treat me like an adult, goddamn, I shut the fuck down and probably tell you to kick rocks. And but if you want to keep your job, which I'm sure you would want to.
There's delicate ways to approach it. You got to find a way to
show them the light that's the wrong way. You know what I mean? Kind of try to steer them. If you can, I've done that before with some bosses to kind of steer them toward.
Right. Be like, hey, bro, I don't need you up my ass every second.
When you're killing this team.
Give me a little bit of slack and let me prove to you that I can do this without you breathing down my neck, and we'll be golden.
Well, yeah, and when you do breathe down my neck, you know what? You're going to get worse results.
It's going to be worse. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like if you're not breathing down my neck, let's just try that out, and then you'll see that it's better. Because, I've been so lucky, like the almost 14 years I've been with this company.
You've always had good bosses.
Had many different bosses, and they've all been so great, and it's very rare that happens. I mean, everybody that I work with has that one like nightmare boss that they've had, and it's literally from beginning to current and all the ones in between. I've been super lucky, and nobody's been a micromanager really. And there's some that would have moments where I'd be like, back off, please, and let me do my shit. And they were fine with that. What are you doing?
I'm looking at these questions.
Did we have more on that? I know we had one from Michelle on Facebook, which was kind of funny.
Yeah, we can go ahead and do hers if you want, and then I've got one more.
And then we can be done. Oh. Well, now I've got to find it.
I think it was something about how can I trick someone into marrying me.
How can I trick someone into marrying me? My mom refuses to answer this because I won't stop wording it that way. You've got to use padded bras and...
First off, where are you going? Michelle, it's hard for most people to think about. I mean, you would think that I guess it shows how hard it is to be single now, which is why me and you are glad we're not, because it would seem like everybody could easily find somebody, right? Especially Michelle. She's talented. She's funny. She can actually sing, unlike Uncle Randy.
She's
like,
pretty.
there's
Hey, that guy from that big karaoke Biggie show.
He loved you, Michelle.
He wants
Did
to
you
holla.
listen?
Yeah, go listen to the car karaoke episode of the karaoke Biggie podcast.
Yeah, boom. He wants to get it on.
He wants a taste of the Michelle.
He did like you. And I don't remember his name. He was funny and he was very nice. He was very respectful, but he did take a hankering to
He's
you.
like,
Is
can I
that
just
the
say
right
she's
way?
pretty? She's pretty. She's really pretty. And I like her voice. And she's pretty.
Oh shit, Heather here from Zero Fucks Given. Shout out to Zero Fucks Given.
What up,
That is a
Heather?
great female show, all female hosts, and they kick ass and they're awesome chicks.
Yep.
Or ladies. She had a question. Since you're married as fuck, how often do you fuck?
Oh, we've answered this many times.
Yeah,
but
and I mean, most of the time,
It's at
hopefully
minimum.
everyone believes us at this point, but I think at first they're like, whatever, but it's a lot. I mean, it's
a minimum of it's like 5 to 7 times a week minimum. And then
I was going to say 5.
5. Yeah. But then like the other day, it was like 3 times in one day.
Yeah. I mean,
Within 24 hours, it was like,
it's true.
yeah.
We're rascals. And I don't want to sound, so braggad. And it's luckily why it works
But
so
like,
much.
yeah,
for
not
us.
last night. And I just went to sleep. I don't know what happened. Oh, you recorded with Joe B. And I was like, that night.
Yeah. I mean, we have a night off every now and again, but it's pretty rascally. I love it. And I feel like Heather's very similar in her marriage.
Yes.
I see a lot of her stuff. She's a very in love, supportive wife, and I dig that. So it sounds like she's doing well in the bedroom.
we both agree that it is the foundation of having a
Has to be
happy, healthy marriage, because that's part of being connected. And
yeah.
it's got to be there,
It has to be one of your pillars.
which is why we like having lubricant sponsors.
It is great. It just worked out. Heather said, yes, 18 years we're the same way.
Oh, 18
Oh, there's
years.
my sister Dee said, I'm glad I learned this about you. Well, you're welcome, sister. You know that
Shit, Dee.
your older brother loves ski to fuck ski.
She
And
probably does know that already.
It's my wife.
I know. It's genetic.
But yeah, we bang it out. Yes, I imagine you bang Brian the same way that I bang Brooke. Dee.
Oh, Lord
This is my
have
sister
mercy.
Dee. She is
Your baby
a
sister.
giant.
She's not a giant.
She's a very imposing woman. She's a very pretty girl, but she is a bigger person.
She's
and
tall.
she will murder you.
And yeah.
She has calves just like me, just bigger than basketballs. And so I wouldn't try her.
Oh, no.
But
She could.
that's-
Yeah.
She's funny as shit,
She'd
though.
kick my ass for sure if she wanted to, but
Yeah, y'all see her down there, Deidre Fowler. Find her on all the socials and follow her. She's finally starting to put out some of her videos again that are ridiculous. She was like the Vine shit for a minute when Vines were big. Wasn't that what they
she
were
was
called?
doing Vines. Yeah, she did a bunch of Vines. And then
Yeah,
Vines
and then she
went
stopped.
under. No, Vines doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. Deidre said, I will fuck people up. I
Yes.
never would. See, she's just like me. She wants you to think she would by how she appears because she's a big, strong girl, but never would.
But then she'll come rescue you in the ambulance.
Yeah, but follow her. She's funny as shit. I want to have her on. We actually talked about it. Sometime getting her on to do another episode. We tried once, and the audio was so shitty. We were so new.
I think it kept cutting
it
out
sounded
and
like
shit.
dog
Yeah.
shit. But if we never get her in studio, now that we have access and a third mic, we could actually have a good show with her.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, so did we answer Michelle's question about how to trick somebody? But if you have to trick somebody, what a garbage, you know? It must be slim pickings out there.
I don't know what's going on in Iowa that you can't find. I wonder where the guy
I forget
is.
that is Iowa. She is from Iowa. Mm-hmm. You don't know anyone from Iowa except for American Pickers, or I don't. The guys
Where's
from American Pickers.
Plunge? The Plunge.
Oh, no, and Ashton Kutcher.
He's from Iowa. He doesn't
Yeah.
live there now.
No.
But the Plunge, aren't they in some weird state like that?
They're up in New Hampshire area because they drive to
Oh, okay. I thought they were in like Idaho or something.
Yeah.
Idaho.
Dee says she's not as big of a fat fuck anymore. She's not. She's lost a shit ton of weight. You look
Dee
great.
looks
I've told her.
great.
She's done it with crack methamphetamine and Newport cigarettes. And she highly recommends that diet to everyone. She's down 62 pounds from the Newports and methamphetamine diet. Everyone look that up. Not fuck keto, Newports and methamphetamines.
Mm-hmm. It'll do it every time. Your teeth might suffer, but you look great everywhere else. Yeah,
slim pickings here in the cornfields.
Oh, sorry, Michelle. Yeah, I don't know where the guy from the other Karaoke Big E podcast is, but he was digging you.
Yeah, she said she read that and saw that, which is really cool. But I guess we can we'll wrap up with a couple of reminders. Remember, August 29th is the semifinal podcast of the Roundtable. If you've ever watched one, or if we've ever needed a crowd to come out and really fuck with these contestants' heads and make them nervous, it's
we
this
don't
one.
See all the comments though.
I know, but we need people in there making this a big experience.
Yeah,
because we're going to get our first finalists out of it.
Yep.
I want to put on a good show for Dan, who's being nice enough to judge it for us, and the Drinking Bros. Shout out to their podcast, Drinking Bros Podcast. It's incredible. Check it out if you get the chance. What else? Then we've got, of course, Kristen Beck coming on September 22nd
with Joe
B. And then we have the episode everyone's looking forward to, the female empowerment episode.
Yep.
We got fucking Heather from Zero Fucks Given. We got Michelle. We got Duchess. And we got Brooke. And John Buchanan is going to be the host of that episode.
The girls episode.
I'm going to sit it out. Just imagine what John Buchanan is going to come up with for questions for you.
It's going to be fucking bananas.
Yeah. So I don't know what they're going to come up with for you guys, but I know it'll be a great episode. I can't wait to hear it. But
probably won't be as gay as the guy.
No, John was very and if you listen to the last episode of podcast,
it might be though. I said
John has described that episode as highly gay. Those are his words. John Buchanan. It did take a weird turn toward dicks. It did.
So funny.
At question number 2.
It was
straight to dicks.
Almost right out of the gate. Yeah, it was the fucking greatest. I laughed so damn hard in that episode.
I want to ask the people that are still here, by the way, if you want to chime in on this, especially Dave, because Dave loves to talk about all the fuckery in life. Was I wrong or an idiot to not have thought it out when I asked if you were a superhero, who your sidekick would be? Should I have known everyone was going to fuck their sidekick? Because I never once thought that all these guys were going to fuck their sidekicks first.
I think you should have
never
known.
thought of it. Not one time.
Yeah.
Am I an idiot?
I thought that's where you were going with it. I thought that was your intention, was to kind of like, who wants to fuck who?
No, it was really, who would you pick as your, your
Who's
Robin?
going to make the other person their bitch?
But every guy, it just shows you how, 20% of every guy is gay at least.
Every guy, period. Every straight guy is at least 20% gay. Yeah.
Yeah, see, Michelle agrees. It was a strange sexual chain reaction. It was straight up reaction.
And then it was just continued through the whole. It was so funny.
I don't know if John fucked his sidekick or if he may have been peer pressured into pretending he fucked, but he hated it.
He was so stressed out about that. He was like, what is happening?
Adam, Larry, and Almy especially had no problem fucking their sidekicks.
They leaned right into it.
Zero
Yeah.
problems.
And Larry had their butts had to touch to activate their superpowers.
Larry and John.
Larry killed it with that question.
Dave is only 19% gay.
Okay.
That's
fair enough.
Dave.
Fair enough. We'll round up still, though, and makes it 20.
Yeah, but so, Dave, do you think, was I dumb? Should I have known that they were all going to fuck their sidekicks? Yes or no? I'm interested in, I've got to know what Dave feels about this question before we sign off.
To know, Dave. Fuck.
Should I have anticipated that each of my contestants were going to
why my answer isn't good enough for you.
I believe you. I'm just wondering what Dave thinks. Because so far, everyone agrees with you that yes, no one has been like, no, You would think they would try to answer it differently.
Yeah.
I don't know if Dave's... he is in Australia. Yes. I should have known that they were going to fuck their
I don't
sidekicks.
know what you expected, baby.
See, Ariana agrees with me.
Yes.
Joe B,
Poor
ambiguously gay duo was all he thought about.
That's exactly what I said.
You and Joe B are the same on that one.
During the episode, I think I even said something about the ambiguously gay duo because that's immediately where it went, and I was like, that's what I think of. Also, poor, sweet, innocent Randall
and Ariana. I love it. She agrees. I swear I had no expectation of that.
Sweet baby angel.
Which is so funny that it went so dark to the dark arts. I like what she said, though. Do not fuck business partners. Exactly. Why would you do? You're ruining your business relationship.
There's a lot of spandex involved. Bulges.
That's where I expected the funniest parts of it to be, and no one really went there much, was the outfits.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was like, what would you wear? What would you make your sidekick wear?
And that's kind of where it takes the gay turn too, is like also incorporating like what outfit are you going to dress him up in?
But instead of really describing that, they're just like, yeah, and then my dick's in their butt.
Exactly. And chili nips.
Yeah, but I enjoyed that. What did you think of not competing for once and just getting to sit back
wonderful.
and enjoy it? Did you enjoy getting to watch it and not have to answer?
I loved every second of it. Yeah, it was great. I mean, I also, though, there was times where I was like, damn, I wish I had a chance to answer this one. Because, of course, when I'm not on the hot seat, I had all kind of shit in my head. Like, oh, I could answer it like this. But when I'm in the hot seat, it's like crickets.
Oh, sure. Well, that's the hard part of the show, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's the toughest
it's so
part
hard.
Is the sweat part of it, where you're a prime example of it, because the very first question of the episode you won, you shit your pants.
No, I went completely blank.
You went and I felt so bad, and I'm
Completely
husband
blank.
over here, but I'm host too. No one could help you.
No.
I thought it was a great show for other people that watch the show and that want to compete. Mm-hmm. That you can come out the gate and really throw a turd down, because it could not have been anywhere. You were so blank, and the answer was so odd. But everyone's been there, right? When someone's asked you something, and you cannot think of shit.
No, and that's every podcast of the round table. I go through that about half the questions. It's awful. It's so and I know it's good for me to keep doing it.
Oh, absolutely.
But it is so out of my comfort zone as far as like just being able to come up with shit like off the top of my head. Like Almy and Adam and Jody B are fucking made for this shit.
Oh,
That's just their wheelhouse, and it's a struggle for me for sure. But I'm happy I won episode 4, and I am excited about the semifinal, and because I love all the guys that are in it. Absolutely. So it's going to be fun for sure. I think, but getting to sit back and just like help ask the questions was just a big relief. It was nice.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually really looking forward to what Dave brings to the table this time. Who knows? It's such a wild card with Dave. You never know. And what Jody B is going to do. He's talking all this stuff on Twitter about characters. Who knows? And you hear me all saying it right here, right now. Everybody can bring whatever the fuck they want this time. This is free reign. There's going to be no fuckery. Dan will pick the winner. So,
what if I came in character? That's so out of sorts for me.
If you were Auntie Randy,
or if I was just like the Little Mermaid.
I don't know if it would hold this. I think it would be great.
I was just completely different person.
Or just be sitting there smoking cigarettes the whole show. Talking shit.
Who knows?
Yeah, so we'll see. All right, well, I guess we'll head out. We're right here in an hour. Perfect time. This was a blast. I had fun. Thank you to all the people that hung out with us.
Everybody was so interactive.
Asked questions, and can't fucking wait. And look forward to that Civilized Creatures, hopefully tomorrow night, where we'll be introducing Michelle and DJ and Beth to the Civilized Creatures.
That'll be the first time talking to them like in real life, and not just reading messages on the internet.
Yes.
or talking to each other over podcasts, which is how we've done with a lot of our podcast friends for a long time.
Dave said, let's all be Disney princesses. I say you and Dave do it. Dave, that's a great idea, actually. I support it. I'll even be one. I'll dress up as one, damn it. Because we are on video. No one's thought of that. Could your outfit affect the judge?
If I came in a seashell bra, I bet it could.
I wonder. No, that's a legitimate question. Dave, I've never thought about that.
We got the Gunner calls Griffin's boobs. We got that coconut bra. I could just wear that coconut bra. Let's see if I win.
Huge Tyrannosaurus Rex that blows up around me with the little
You
window.
would be miserable, and it would make too much noise.
It would be terrible.
And it would be too noisy. It's a good thought, but it would be too noisy for podcast.
Way too noisy. But Dave, that makes a good point. I wonder if that could affect.
What if I came? What
appearance.
if I wore my Lady Gaga costume from?
You got to think about it. There is where you have the biggest advantage over the three.
But I'm not.
You're way more attractive than the three guys that you are competing with by a million. I think they would all agree.
Says my husband, but.
Yeah, but I mean, I think the whole world would agree that you could put them to shame, accentuating your. But Dave does have nice tits. He does show his tits a lot on Titty Time.
Not afraid titty talk.
Dave has a great set of tits. So
yeah, Dave, I'm gonna need to see your coconut or seashell bra too. I've got a coconut bra that I might wear on this semifinal.
Yep,
maybe we'll see.
All right, everybody. Well, we will holler at you guys later, and remember to always go fuck yourself.